So welcome everyone to the back again. As discussed earlier, we were studying about freely falling body. Freely falling body. In this class, we will solve some questions related to freely falling body. As you already know, freely falling body means body under gravity alone. Body under gravity alone, that is called freely falling body. And also we have discussed earlier that during the free falling, the acceleration of the body is equals to g, that is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. I have also told you how to use the equations of motion for upwards and downwards both, for upwards and for downwards both, for upwards and downwards both. The first one was V is equals to U minus GT. Second one was S is equals to UT plus half GT square. And third one was V square is equals to U square minus 2G, as this was for upwards as we have studied in previous class. For downwards it was V is equals to U plus GT. Second one was S is equals to UT plus half GT square. And third one was V square is equals to U square plus 2GS. So this we have learned already in the previous class. So we will move forward to the numerical portion. How could we solve the numerical portion in freely falling body using these equations? Okay, got it everyone? Just have a look. Now suppose a question that we will solve now is, there is a building of 100 meter size, of 100 meter height. There is a building of 100 meter height. Okay, a stone is thrown from the top of the building. I am writing it here. This is the first stone. For first stone is thrown from the building having a mass of, okay, no required of mass, is thrown from the building, okay, is thrown from top to bottom, is thrown from top to bottom of the building. At the same time, when the stone was thrown, a second stone was thrown upwards. A second stone was thrown upwards. The second stone was thrown upwards with, because as we know, for throwing the body upwards we will require a initial velocity, with initial velocity equals to 5 meter per second. With initial velocity is equals to 5 meter per second. Question is, at what time they will intersect each other, or they will meet or cross each other. This is the question. Again I am repeating. See what is the question. There is a building of height 100 meter. A stone is dropped from the top of the building. At the same time, the second stone is thrown upwards with an initial velocity of 5 meter per second. At what time they will meet or cross each other? This is the question. Now we are going to solve it. Just see how we will solve that question. Just have a look how we will solve that question. Suppose this was a building and a stone was thrown from here and from here. Suppose at this height, I am assuming this one. Suppose at this height this is was 1 and this is was 2. Let us suppose this is the height covered by the stone 1 is S1. The height covered by the stone 2 is S2. At this point, this two stone meets. What I have assumed, at this point, the stone 1 and at this point, the stone 2 meets each other. I have assumed the distance covered by the stone 1 is S1. The distance covered by the stone 2 is S2. What was the total height of the building? 100 meter. What was the total height of the building? 100 meter. Now just have a look. For 1, I am writing for 1. What is its motion? Upwards or downwards? Obviously downwards. Obviously downwards. Which equation we will use? S is equals to ut plus half gt square. S is equals to ut plus half gt square. I am writing it S1 here. Initial velocity is not given, that means it was at rest. Initial velocity of 1 is not given, that means it is at rest. So it will be 0 into t plus half gt square. That means S1 is equals to half gt square. This is equation 1. For 2, for stone 2, the motion is upwards. For stone 2, the motion is upwards. We will use this equation. S is equals to ut minus half gt square. For upwards it is always minus, for downwards it is always plus. Now putting the values, S2 equals to, what was u? 5t minus half gt square. This was equation 2. Just I put the values of u. U is equals to 5t minus half gt square. Okay. Now tell me, what will be S1 plus S2? What will be S1 plus S2? As you can see in the diagram, S1 and plus S2 will be equals to 100 meter. So I am writing it again. Just have a look. S1 plus S2 will be equals to 100 meter. Therefore, S1 plus S2 is equals to 100 meter. We will now just put the value. S1 was half gt square, S2 was plus 5 into t minus half gt square is equals to 100. This half gt square will get cut. 5t is equals to 100. Then t is equals to 20 seconds. That means at 20 seconds they will cross each other, but we have to find the distance also. What is the distance? I will put in this equation now. S1 equals to half gt square is equals to half into 10. What was t? Into 20 into 20 to 5 20 400 into 5, that is equals to 2000 meter. 20 into 20 400 into 5, 2000 meters. So it comes as 2000 meters. That means the building should be great. Or what you can do, was no need for finding distance. There was no need for finding distance. The time will be 20 seconds. At 20 seconds, these two stones will cross each other. Okay? One more thing. If you are finished with this, one more thing I want to teach you all. Just have a look at during case of free fall. During case of free fall, this is the main concept you want to study. Suppose I throw a stone here. I throw a stone upwards with an initial velocity equals to 5 meters per second. I throw a stone upwards with an initial velocity of 5 meters per second. Tell me, what will happen as this stone is going upwards? As the stone is going upwards, will velocity increase or decrease? For upwards, the velocity decreases. For upwards, the velocity decreases. For upwards, the velocity decreases. Therefore, it will go to some point and then come back down. It will go to the some point and then it will come back down. At the highest point, this is the thing I want to teach you all. At the highest point, the velocity of the body is equals to 0. At the highest point, the velocity of the body is equals to 0. And when it will come downwards, for downwards, velocity increases. For downwards, the velocity increases. Just remember these two things. As we go, as the body is thrown up, the velocity will decrease. At the highest point, the velocity will become 0. Or we can say, when the velocity becomes 0, it will be at its highest point, then it will again fall down. For downwards, now the velocity increases again. This concept must be clear to each and everybody in the case of free fall. In the case of free fall. Okay, we will solve one more question. We will solve one more question. Just have a look. We will solve one more question. Now it is told. See, what is the question? A body. We can assume a ball. So a body is thrown. A body is thrown with initial velocity of 2 meters per second. What will be the maximum height? What will be the maximum height? What will be the maximum height? Also draw its VT graph. Also draw its VT graph. What will be its maximum height? Also draw its VT graph. This is the question that I want to teach you all. It is a very important one. A body is thrown with initial velocity of 2 meters per second. What will be the maximum height? Also draw its VT graph. Solution. First I will write given. What is given? Initial velocity is given. U equals to 2 meters per second. What is the value of A? It is thrown upwards. It is upwards motion. To minus G equals to minus 10 meters per second square. Okay. Now we have to find the maximum height S. How we can find? We can use this equation. V square is equals to U square minus 2GS for upwards motion. Because this is upwards motion, we will use this equation. V square is equals to U square minus 2GS. Okay. What will be the velocity at the highest point? 0. What is the value of U? 2 square minus 2 into. Now we will put the value of G. Okay. We will put the value of G. That is, I have already taken minus here, so no need to take here. I have already taken minus here, so no need to take here. Okay. 2 into 10 into S. See, I have already taken the minus in the equation, so you don't need to mention the minus here. 0 equals to 4 minus 20S, right? Now, if we will put minus 20S on this side, this will be equals to 20S is equals to 4. Got it? 20S is equals to 4. Then S is equals to 4 by 20, that is equals to 1 by 5 meter. So this will be the distance covered by the body, maximum height covered by the body. S is equals to 1 upon 5 meter. Now we have to draw the VT graph. How can we draw the VT graph? Just see. VT graph. V, this is T in seconds. Velocity in meter per second. Just listen carefully everyone how we will draw the VT graph for this equation. Initial velocity was 2 meters per second. I am writing it here. This is 2. Initial velocity is 2 meters per second. What will happen when the ball is thrown upwards? Velocity will decrease. It will become 0. So the line will be like this. It will be a straight line. I am making it straight. Like this. from 2 to 0, then again from 0 to 2. Again from 0 to 2. This will be the VT graph for this. I'm just making it clear. This will be the VT graph. See, when the ball is thrown upwards, the velocity first decreases to 0 and then increases again. Therefore, this will be the VT graph of freely falling body, of any freely falling body. Of any freely falling body. So everyone got it? Just understand all these things. Okay? We'll see you in the next class.